I resonated most with the executive director of Coastal Roots Farm, Javier Guerrero, because Javier eloquently explained the two sides of a nonprofit, serving and maintaining a revenue. And he offered great insight in how all businesses can attract people when they uphold a community responsibility. I found Coastal Roots Farm to be unique in how they uphold their religious values with Jewish traditions while also responding to the economic needs within our community by promoting education and health.
When we visited Javier at Coastal Roots Farm, I feel like he was the one who resonated with me the most because of the way that he talked about his work. He wasn't he wasn't taking all the credit for it or anything. He stood very true to his values the entire time he was talking.
The speaker that we heard from Coastal Roots Farm resonated with me the most just because of how he talked about their community outreach and how their farm stand is pay what you can. And I just thought that that business was doing an amazing job at having a positive effect on their community, which obviously stems from its leadership, so that really inspired me.
The SLC guest speaker that stood out to me the most was Javier Guerrero from the farm in Encinitas. His passion for his job and how much he believed in what he was doing really inspired me to find a job that inspires me every day, just like his does for him.
I'd probably have to go with Javier from the Coastal Root Farms just because I really like the impact that nonprofits are making in our world today.
The Coastal Roots speaker really resonated with me because he expressed how at my age I can still go out into the community and do something. I don't have to wait until I'm older or till I have a specific job. I can go out and help my community right now.
I remember listening to one of the former Carlsbad fire chiefs speak to us and leaving that room very emotionally impacted by what he said. After he shared his story, I felt very captivated about his own personal leadership journey, and I even wanted to be a fireman a little bit after that.
And the SLC speaker that resonated with me the most was Brandon Black. He's the one who authored the book Ego Free Leadership.
Brandon Black from Ego Free Leadership. I liked what he was saying because I trusted him a lot because he included like his flaws, and I respected it because he was honest with us.
I really think hearing his story and like how he's dealt with applying his leadership skills without like by kicking his ego out of the door, I really think that that resonated with me.
I would say that Brandon Black, the author of Ego-Free Leadership, Ending the Unconscious Habits That Hijack Your Business, resonated most with me because I find unconscious habits very interesting and important.
For me, Brandon Black was the speaker who resonated with me the most because he taught us exactly what a leader should look like. A leader isn't someone who's quote-unquote godlike, as we tend to believe they are, but instead is someone who does the right thing and cares for their projects.
I really liked listening to the CEO of the Carlsbad Chamber of Commerce, Mr. Brett. I think what he was talking about networking and talking to the right people to get your message across was really, really important.
Okay, so for me, it was actually the Carlsbad Chamber of Commerce trip. I really loved seeing like the type of leadership that was going on in the Carlsbad Chamber of Commerce, and I don't know, I just really enjoyed getting to see what they were doing to really help our community.
I really liked each year when the board members talked in the beginning of the year because, CEF is a really important nonprofit in the community, and I feel like there's a lot of kids that know about it and there's also a lot that don't. So being able to talk to the board members was a really cool experience to see how they help like each month in the community and what they do for all of us.
I think that the board members each year have resonated with me the most as I'm able to see people in my own community who are dedicated to helping students like me and how they balance their careers, their families, and the board, and seeing how they use different leadership styles.
The speaker that resonated with me the most was Sherry Brasher because I've had a personal relationship with her, and being able to see the business side of that and how she interacted with people, and she had many leadership traits to bring to the table, and it was very enlightening for me.
This is Sherry Brasher from the Fresh Start Foundation. So on top of having a really great message and, something I really, appreciate, I really like the concept of providing people with, opportunities that they might not have or have the ability to get themselves. A lot of the work I do is with people with special needs, and, they may not have the same chances that a person without special needs may have. And, I really related to Sherry's message, and I really appreciated what she was talking about.
The SLC speaker that I found most resonated with me was the Carlsbad city manager, Scott Chadwick. The thing that I took away most from him was his story on how he always viewed things from a bigger picture and believed in the aspect of a shared vision to always better the community of Carlsbad.
Scott Carl resonated with me the most because of all of his sports connections to the lesson, and my sports experience helped me connect with that, and then the way that he connected sports back to the real world allowed me to see how I could transfer my athletic leadership skills into the real world.
Mr. Husing resonated with me the most as a leader. He was in the military, and his story just was very inspiring, and I thought that he presented it very well, and it was very interesting.